G'day fight fans, welcome back to the channel. Coming to you from down under Sydney, Australia, home of UFC 312, a land where everything is trying to kill you. Swimming with crocodiles, surf with sharks, koalas getting high on eucalyptus leaves and plotting our ultimate demise, and daily attacks by kangaroos. So crack open a cold one, grab a meat pie, and let's dive deep into this week's predictions. Brought to you by me and my highly opinionated husky. Let's go. And in the lightweight division, we have Quinlan taking on Ansel. Ansel's toughness and grappling could make this competitive early, but Quinlan's striking and control and reach will wear him down over time. I'm expecting the Aussie local Quinlan to win by TKO or a dominant decision. My decision, Quinlan by decision. In the featherweight division, we have Jonathan versus Kevin. While Jonathan brings a commendable skill set, Kevin's experience in the UFC and his technical striking, particularly his leg kicks, are expected to control the pace of the fight. Kevin's ability to manage distance and dictate the stand-up exchanges should lead him to a decision victory. Next up in the lightweight division, we have Zhu Hong versus Cody Steele. Zhu has over 25 pro fights compared to Steele's limited MMA experience, making this his UFC debut. Zhu has fought higher level competition, which could be an advantage if the fight goes into deep waters. If Steele can get takedowns early, I see him winning by submission or KO. If Zhu can stuff the takedowns and keep it standing, he's likely going to win by KO or decision. Steele's elite grappling and relentless pressure will be the difference in the fight. My official prediction is Steele by round 2 submission. And in the bantamweight division, we have the local boy, Cody Thickness, taking on Alexandre Topuria. This is an exciting matchup between two promising debutantes in the UFC. Both fighters bring impressive skill sets, strong training camps, and plenty of hype into this bout, making it a compelling showdown. Cody, an undefeated Australian prospect, is known for his well-rounded game, sharp striking, and disciplined approach. Training alongside Alexander Volkanovski, he has developed a high fight IQ, strong footwork, and the ability to mix up his attacks well. His versatility and technical precision could allow him to control the pace and outpoint Topuria over 3 rounds. However, Topuria brings something to the table that can't be ignored: explosive finishing ability. With a perfect record of stoppage victories, Topuria possesses knockout power and an aggressive style that can overwhelm opponents. His time spent training alongside his brother, UFC featherweight champion Ilia Topuria, has prepared him to compete at a highest level. While Cody has the tools to make this a competitive fight, Topuria's power and pressure may be the deciding factor. At some point, he will land the shot that changes the fight, securing a knockout victory and making an immediate impact in the division. Topuria wins by round 2 KO. In the next match, we have Wang Kong versus Bruna Brazil. If it's a pure striking battle, Wang Kong's volume could get her the win, but if Brazil mixes it up with her counters and grappling, she could neutralize Kong's output and take the decision. The smart play here is Wang wins by KO or decision. I just can't get Bruna's last match out of my head against Molly McCann, and I could see the same game plan being utilized again and an upset incoming. As they say, you can't pick 'em all, but fortune favors the bold. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Bruna pulls off a decision victory. In the next fight, we have Slava versus Noland. If Noland uses his reach, volume, and occasional takedowns to outpoint Slava. However, if Noland gets reckless or doesn't respect Slava's power, he could absolutely get clipped and finished. I don't like going against the Aussie in Australia. I can see Noland starting strong in round 1, using his reach, but Slava making reads, landing body shots, and closing the gap. By round 2, Noland slows down, and Slava finds the perfect shot to put him away. Maybe a nasty hook or an overhand right. Slava by round 2 KO. In the featherweight division, we have Jack Jenkins versus Gabriel Santos. But before I break this down, is it just me or does UFC 312 have the most glorious moustaches in recent history?
Mustache, thick mustache, my mustache, your mustache. Say the word mustache. A mustache, a mustache. Now we both have said mustache, a mustache, a mustache. If you only got a mustache.
This will likely be a striking heavy contest, with Jack Jenkins using his pressure and striking to keep Santos at bay. However, Gabriel is quite well-rounded and can switch things up with takedowns and clinch work to negate Jenkins' striking. If Santos can close the distance and control the pace of the fight with his grappling, he could take the advantage. However, I think Jenkins' pressure and striking will be too much, especially if he can avoid Santos's takedown attempts. And with a mustache like that, how can I not pick him? His pressure, cardio, and striking should be enough to outpoint Santos over 3 rounds. So I have Jenkins winning a decision. Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. Prado has the edge in striking and power. If Prado can keep the fight standing and land his strikes clearly, Matthews can struggle with the power and aggression. I think Jake Matthews will win a decision. His grappling and experience should be enough to neutralize Prado's dangerous striking. I expect Matthews to control the fight with his wrestling and clinch work and outpoint Prado over 3 rounds. Jimmy Crute has solid wrestling, heavy leg kicks, and a dangerous submission game. If he wins, it'll be taking Bilardo down, controlling him on the mat, and possibly locking in a submission. He's also fought tougher competition, which gives him an experience edge. But it's going to be Bilardo by KO in round 1. In the heavyweight division, Carlson should keep Tafa at range, use jabs, straight punches, avoid brawling. Tafa should get inside, pressure Tolson, force a firefight where he can land power shots. If Tafa can close the distance early and land clean, he gets a knockout. In the co-main event, we have Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez for the Women's Strawweight Championship. First off, Tatiana, having been diagnosed with cancer and overcoming it, makes her, regardless of the outcome, a champion in life. Zhang wins if she keeps the fight standing, utilizing her striking advantage and avoids prolonged grappling exchanges. I think the turnaround in Zhang's career was when she started training with Henry Cejudo, which really improved her takedown defense. And with her experience in 5-round wars, it gives her a solid chance. She has also shown an ability to mix in her own offensive wrestling, which could make Tatiana hesitate to shoot recklessly. Tatiana wins if she can impose her relentless wrestling, chain her takedowns together, and keep Zhang on the mat. If she can maintain her top control and tire Zhang out, she has a great chance of securing a submission or winning on points. Zhang has improved her wrestling defense, but she hasn't faced a grappler as dominant as Tatiana. While Zhang has knockout power, Tatiana has a durable chin and a relentless pace. If Tatiana can impose her game early, she could wear Zhang down and take over the fight progresses. Tatiana's wrestling and grappling is on another level. This is a woman that missed the Olympics for wrestling only because of her getting cancer.
You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
This is me and my Huskies' dog of the week. It just has a feel to it as if destiny is about to be achieved. A lifetime of hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and overcoming insurmountable odds is within arm's reach. I see Tatiana being too much for Zhang to handle, and she finds the submission within the first 3 rounds. I have Tatiana by round 3 submission. In the main event, we have the highly anticipated rematch between Dricus du Plessis and Sean Strickland. Their first fight resulted in a razor-thin decision. Many believe that if Strickland hadn't suffered the unintentional headbutt, which opened up a cut near his eye and caused vision issues in the later rounds, he was on his way to winning a decision victory. Both fighters will have made adjustments from their first fight and look to capitalize on each other's weaknesses. With Strickland, you know what you're going to get. He will come forward with his man dance style, apply constant pressure, and rely on his excellent boxing and kickboxing defense. This approach has taken him far, but I see it as his downfall in this matchup. DDP, on the other hand, has the ability to make the necessary adjustments. His style is already unorthodox, which allows him to transition more easily to a new game plan. The first 2 rounds of their first fight was a feeling out process. Get a feeling for each other's timing, speed, spacing, movement, and tendencies. There will be none of that from DDP this time round, and he'll be looking to get to work early. If the game plan isn't working, DDP's greatest strength is his ability to adapt mid-fight when things aren't working, making him one of the best in-fight IQ fighters in the UFC. The smart pick is DDP by decision, as we all know Strickland is tough as nails and extremely difficult to put away. However, call me crazy, but I see DDP finishing the fight in rounds 3, 4, or 5, whether by knockout or submission.
He prioritizes defense over offense, and I prioritize offense because I'm there to give the people that spend their hard-earned money on pay-per-views and arena tickets a show, a fight. And I'm in there to kill someone. I'm not in there to point my way to victory. And I think that's really the biggest difference between us.
My official pick, DDP by round 4 submission.